Starts with your primary care doctor. To learn more about your primary care network or to find an office near you, visit capitalmedicalgroup.org. That's capitalmedicalgroup.org. Jeffrey Clark, Evan Burrows, and Ed Corliss, the referees for today. Scoring started quickly. Iona, the leading scoring team in the MAC. Vaughn loses the handle, regains, looks for help. Murray, three on the way, no good, and the rebound, Vaughn. Vaughn to the hole again, rolls around and out, but an offensive rebound for Vaughn. The Bronx, the top rebounding team in the MAC, and right there. Who gets a start today, knocks down to three. The starting lineups for the Bronx Pal, Cedric Alton making his fourth start, Ajiri Ogemuno Johnson, Demencio Vaughn, and Dwight Murray Jr.
Well, not the start that Ryder wanted, with Iona making their first two. Von Eyck, who's been so good both on the bench and starting for the Gales, knocks down his first offering.
Beric John Louise.
Got to think Iona wants to come out, play a complete 40 minutes. Canisius actually led them early in that second half on Friday night before a 12-2 run by Iona started to put some more distance between them and the Golden Griffs.
Von Eyck up top three. No, it's a pass into, looked like he was going to shoot it. He passed inside to Nelly Jr. Joseph, his first two, and it's 7-0.
Yeah, I think that caught Ryder by surprise, thinking that was going to be a three-point offering by Von Eyck.
He certainly squared up as if it was. Vaughn's shot is blocked by Nelly Jr. Joseph. That is something he does on a regular basis. It's his 55th block of the season.
And how about Iona is third in the country in blocks per game, averaging as a team a little over 6 blocks per contest.
By Vaughn. Ajiri loses the handle off the pass, gets it back to Murray. Murray, and he walks with the ball, so turnover. Good defense to start the game for the Gales.
For Merlin is defensively, Beric John Louise probably going to have that assignment for much of the game, one of the better defensive guards in the league.
Joyner first in the league in assisted turnover. You know who's number 2? Von Eyck. So it's a team that takes care of the basketball. Jolly turnaround three, no good. And batted by Von Eyck. He's going to get called for the foul over the top. So he said Von Eyck doesn't usually start ball games. He's one of the best sixth men.
That full court pressure to start, to kind of drop off once the Bronx get the ball in, but giving Ryder something to think about coming up the court here early on.
Yeah, Rick Pitino has a lot of experience on this team. Vaughn, good spin move, and then blocked by Von Eyck. Vaughn tries to get it back. Von Eyck and Vaughn now steals it. Vaughn to the hole, layup good. So Demencio, a steal and a basket.
Yeah, just didn't quit on the play and stuck with it after his shot was blocked by Von Eyck, and he puts Ryder on the board.
John Louise will offer a three, no good. And the ball over the top of the backboard, out of bounds, Ryder ball.
Well, for Ryder, they would benefit if Iona's going to settle for those 3 points. And Junior Joseph providing such an advantage down low. Bronx want the perimeter shots for Iona.
There's a foul on the inbound pass. A foul after Murray threw the ball in. They're going to call Demencio Vaughn with the foul. That is an unusual play.
Well, we've seen some unusual plays all season long in Alumni Gym. That one right there, too.
Vaughn will come out. Pope. So Mervyn James did not start this game. And now Vaughn, quick seat. Pass down to Nelly Jr. Joseph blocked from behind by Pope. And Powell finds Altman ahead of the back. Could not finish, but he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, that was a beautiful pass to Altman streaking down the court. Let him in stride as we check it out again. This is Powell here. Thing of beauty as it led Altman perfectly towards the hoop, and Altman will have a chance to try to tighten the score.
Alton 67% from the free throw line. His first start since early December.
Just hasn't seen a lot of minutes during the second half of the year. And the other night, he made his first shot, but then there was a double technical situation early in that game against Niagara. We didn't see him much in the second half.
Second one rolls out. Up top, Joyner, three, no good, and the rebound, Dwight Merritt. Merritt, Jolly riding him. It goes through Ogimuno Johnson's legs right to Pope. Powell, up top, three, got it! Alan Powell, 6 straight for the Bronx, and it's a 1-point game. Early stages here at the Zoo.
Now, in the first matchup, Ryder shot 1 of 18 from 3 as they were out of the game early, so good sign getting one from long distance.
Joyner fakes the 3, then an alley-oop to Nelly Jr. Joseph, an easy 2, and that will stop that 6-0 run for the Bronx.
Yeah, that's tough to defend.
That's impossible to defend. Jerry couldn't handle the ball. Second time he lost the handle. This time a turnover. 5 minutes through. 3-point lead for the Gales. Von Eyck, size advantage on Powell. They'll give it up to Jolly. Turnaround no good. One and done again. Pope stops just shy of the lane. Puts up a little jumper, no good. And the rebound, Iona, and a whistle and a timeout called by Rick Pitino and the Gales. And we will come to our first timeout of the ball game. 14-30, number 1 team in the MAC, the Iona Gales.
And this is something Iona's facing on a regular basis around the league. They know that every time they go on the road, they're going to get their best shot. And obviously Rick Pitino attracts some fans on the road.
Quinn Slazinski, 6'9" junior from Houston, Texas, a transfer from Louisville in the game now. Mervyn James in for the Bronx along with Nehemiah Benson. Joyner, little weave up top. Joyner, jump shot no good. Rebound, battle taken by Murray. Murray the other way for the Bronx. Finds Powell, 3 on the way. Got it! Alan Powell's second 3, and we're tied at 9. Quickly come the Gales with Slazinski.
What a job by Murray to still have the eyesight to find the trailer behind him, and Powell in rhythm knocks it down.
Jolly to the basket, slams it home, and he's fouled. Tyson Jolly, a burst to the basket, and the transfer from SMU, his first 2. He is the leading scorer, for the Gales at just under 15 a game, 6th in the MAC.
And Darryl, we talked about the front court mismatch potentially, but what about some of these bigger guards if they want to drive in from the wing against some of the undersized guards for Ryder? Iona could have an advantage all day there too.
That's a very talented team, very experienced, talented team. Jolly's free throw good, so he makes the 3-point play. A couple substitutions for the Gales. Walter Clayton Jr., freshman from Lake Wales, Florida. Very talented freshman.
And he's got an interesting story, too. He was recruited to be a top-flight Division I football player.
And Osborne Shima, the 7-footer from Rwanda. He's a junior. Vaughn back in the game for the Bronx. He's got it and will launch a 3, no good, off the mark. And the loose ball comes to John Louise.
And that's a tough shot for Vaughn because of Shima's length out on the perimeter, affecting that shot a bit.
Slazinski working on James. Slazinski under James, an easy 2 for Slazinski. Just left James in the dust.
Yeah, that was a beautiful up and under by Slazinski, and difficult matchup there for James.
So 5 straight for Iona after the Bronx tied it on the Powell 3. Vaughn. Powell got pushed by Clayton Jr. and his first, team second, and it'll be Bronx ball to inbound.
I mean, Iona obviously has a very talented starting 5, but a ton of depth this year coming off the bench, and especially with Shima, gives him another really good rim protector coming off the bench in the front court.
Patino will swap Joyner for Jolly as Elijah Joyner heads back in the game. Good move by Murray. Jump shot, no good, in and out. A heck of a move by Murray, couldn't finish it. Clayton Jr. down low. John Louise is fouled by Vaughn. That's going to be his second. That's a tough call. Second on Vaughn. Team third. Let's take a look.
Yeah, good cut there by John Louise, and Vaughn a little bit late to the spot and then got too much body there defending.
Good call. Let's see if Kevin Baggett stays with Demencio with the 2 personal. John Louise, not a good free throw shooter, Steve. 4 of 12 now on the season. So if there's a guy you want to foul, that's the guy.
And overall, not a fantastic shooting percentage from the Gales from the line, 70%.
He's their top defender. And that's why he gives Rick Pitino so many crucial minutes. 1 of 2 for John Louise. And it's a 6-0 run for the Gales, full court pressure. Powell gets around Clayton. Powell to the hole, no good. And the rebound is last touched by Iona. I think that might be a break for Ryder.
Yeah, Powell was able to turn the corner on Clayton, but good job by Iona defensively with the help to make sure it wasn't uncontested.
Murray finds Powell in the corner. Now Murray. Murray, a little floater, got it. So that snaps the Iona 6-0 run, 4-point lead for the Gales. Quickly they come up. Again, the leading scoring team in the MAC. That's 75.7 a game. They like to run. Clayton Jr. a 3, well off the mark. And a quick pass to Ajiri. Ajiri puts it up and stuffs it home, and he's fouled by Shima. So a great pass and catch by Ajiri Ogimuno Johnson, who stuffs it home, and he'll go to the line to try to complete the 3-point. Jerry Ogimuno Johnson to the line to try to complete the 3-point play after the stuff. Jerry, a 49% free throw shooter. That's a 1-point game. So a game of runs so far, Steve.
And Ryder's trying to push the basketball when they can so they don't have to try to make plays in the half court. We saw the Powell beautiful pass to Allman early on, and then right before the media timeout, the bullet pass from Murray to Ogimuno Johnson in transition.
John Louise cut off, back to Slazinski. Slazinski around James to the hole, good. So Slazinski, his second basket, both easily around Mervyn James.
And we knew Slazinski could shoot, but he's put the ball on the floor a couple of times and got him past James to the rim.
Jiri Ogimono Johnson working on Nelly Jr. Joseph, no good. Altman with the save, back to Ajiri. Ajiri puts it up, no good. Rebound battled for, still battled. Mervyn James comes up with it. And then they're going to call the tie, but the arrow belonged to the Bronx.
And Ajiri's got to be thinking he should have hit one of those two shots close to the rim. He got great position on Nelly Jr. Joseph, just couldn't make the shot.
And Dwight Murray will have it to inbound. 14 to shoot for the Bronx. Murray corner to James. James dribbles out of trouble. Murray yo-yo dribble. Now the crossover. Still with it. Puts up a tough shot. And one and done for the Bronx there.
Yeah, Murray would have been better served in hindsight, kicking it back out to the perimeter for a better shot.
Jolly the drive, layup, no good, rolled out. And Ajiri chases it down. James tries to get around Slazinski. Jumper by Ogimono Johnson.
Yeah, Nelly Jr. Joseph's going to let Ogimono Johnson take that shot if he wants it. That's a tough one from his range.
Slazinski corner three, got it. So Slazinski's got 7 and a good pass out of the double team to find Slazinski in a timeout. First meeting. But other than the Iona game, the Bronx have really played everybody tough. And since that game, they've been playing much better. It's been a much better second half of the season. 6-point Gales lead. And Murray lost the ball. There's a steal. That's things that you can't have happen if you're the Bronx. Junior Joseph back to Slazinski. Fakes the three this time. Joyner will launch the three, no good. Rebound, Altman. The Gales built up a big lead on Friday night against Canisius and then had to hold on. So they are susceptible to runs. Benson backing in on Slazinski, puts up a hook in and out, no good. So the Bronx turning cold. Joyner finds John Louise from the corner, three, got it. John Louise, 26% three-point shooter, knocks it down.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Joyner to space and find the shooter in the corner.
And Powell to the basket. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bronx.
What makes Iona so tough, Darryl, is they can beat you in the half court. They can also beat you when they play in transition. So it's a tough defensive matchup no matter the style they want to play.
And those leads that they have, those mini leads, can jump to big leads in a hurry. It went from 2 to 9 quickly. Parker Weiss in the game for Iona. A whistle, and Parker Weiss called with the foul as he holds Powell, who tried to free himself. Powell, kick back to Altman. Altman, the drive, off glass, no good, and the rebound, Nelly Jr. Joseph. Joyner driving, then kicks corner to Weiss, finds Slazinski wide open, no good. A break for the Bronx. Slazinski does not usually miss those open looks.
And a good extra pass to rotate the ball again by Weiss.
McKeithen to Pope in the corner, no good. One and done again. Joyner throws it away, out of control, nowhere to go.
Just didn't have the numbers that time and got caught in the air. It's a rare mistake by Joyner.
McKeithen uses a screen up top. Foul line jumper, got it. Corey McKeithen.
And a great sign for Ryder that he played arguably his best game of the season on Friday night against Niagara.
You know, Steve, Iona has had some dynamic backcourts throughout their history. We've been witness to a lot of them. Some say this Jolly Joyner combo could be as good, if not better.
I don't know. I think Machado and Momo Jones may have been the best one, at least in recent eras. Machado is one of the best distributors in the history of the MAC.
Absolutely. 10 to shoot for Powell. Powell gets around one man, two to the hole. Shot is blocked by Junior Joseph. Out of bounds. It'll be Ryder ball, 6 to shoot, but first this time out. So the Bronx trying to climb closer.
When times are good and when they're not. You stand up. You lend a hand. One person, one neighbor at a time. This time, the next time, and every time.
6 to shoot for the Bronx. Pope, open three, no good. Rebound, McKeithen. 7-point Gale lead. 6:50 left first. Four to shoot for Pope. Pope driving. Pope floater, no good. Rebound at Jiri. Ogimuno Johnson head and shoulder fake. Shot is blocked. Blocked by John Luis. Big time block. Great timing by John Luis.
And that's the 8th offensive rebound in the first half by Ryder, but Iona's done a great job protecting the rim, so a lot of those second chance opportunities aren't going down.
Again, 3rd in the nation in blocks per game. They're not doing anything to hurt that total. Spin move by Junior Joseph. They call a foul. Foul on Ogimuno Johnson. First on Ejiri. 4th team foul.
We need a makeup call there. That was soft.
Von Eyck now to John Luis, no good.
Yes, sir. Go, go, go.
Good numbers for the Bronx. Murray will pull up for the open three. Got it. Dwight Murray Jr. for three, and the Bronx within 4.
Transition, finding the trailer. First time in the first half, it was Murray finding Powell. This time, Powell returns the favor, and a beautiful three from the right wing.
Junior Joseph around Ogimuno Johnson. Yeah, and again a foul on Ogimuno Johnson.
It's just a really difficult matchup on the block for Ogimuno Johnson. We've seen Nelly Jr. Joseph with an array of moves down there so far down.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's the best big in the conference. He's a handful. Once he gets it inside, you know, it's difficult.
So in that possession, he used his strength to get back to his left side. On the previous possession, it was really a nimble spin move to the baseline. And he's only a sophomore now.
Yes, only a sophomore is correct. 65% free throw shooter. He gets there often. As a team, Iona 5th in the nation in free throw attempts.
Which, if you think about it, is incredibly remarkable. Beyond the MAC, they played a very, very difficult non-conference schedule, so they were still getting to the line a ton against some higher-level competition.
And they shoot it at 70% overall. Murray around Von Eyck. Pulls it up, short jumper, good.
And so far for the Bronx, it's been Murray and Powell keeping Ryder within striking distance.
Von Eyck, open three. Got it. Can't leave him open. He'll just bury it every time.
And give credit to Joyner. Ryder brings the blitz to Joyner, still able to find the open man by reversing to the near side.
Von Eyck does everything well. Here's a Powell three, no good. Long rebound to Von Eyck. A whistle and a foul off the ball. Foul on Nelly Jr. Joseph. I didn't see it. I'll be honest with you. I didn't see that off the ball.
Yeah, John Louise thought maybe it was on him, but the call not against him.
First on Junior Joseph. That'll bring Shima back into the game, and Junior Joseph will have a seat. Powell with the 7-footer on him goes to Benson. They try to go down low, and they're going to call a hold. I believe it's a hold on Joyner. First on Joyner, and James will go to the line for a one-on-one.
Well, Brock's fortunate there, Dow. I don't think those high-low passes have a great chance of working today, but Ryder does get the call against Iona, allowing James to go to the free throw line.
Mervyn James, 80% free throw shooter. Best on the Bronx. He'll earn a second.
Darryl, on Friday night against Niagara, Ryder ended up shooting 15 of their 19 free throw attempts in the second half, and that was a big reason why they won. 14 of 19 from the line. They made the critical ones down the stretch to hold off the Purple Eagles.
That was big, those late free throws, including 2 by James. And he makes 2 here. Joyner finds Jolly to Shima, and Shima is fouled by Benson. And that'll send Shima to the line for 2. Probably a pretty good foul by Benson. There's no way that they're going to stop Shima after that.
So that's the second time that
No Rochelle on December 3rd, 80-54.
Now Ryder's last win in this series 4 years ago, which actually helped them clinch a share of the 2018 MAC championship.
That was the 110-101 game. That was a heck of a game. Shima comes in 69% from the free throw line, 1 of 2. Ryder shooting just 28% from the field, while Iona 46%. James over the 7-footer, can't get it to drop. And Shima with the rebound. Bronx have played the majority of the first half without Dementio Vaughn, who had 2 early fouls. Joyner, or check that Jolly turnaround jumper, no good.
Jolly hasn't been able to get that mid-range game going, just 1 of 4 now from the field.
Murray finds Powell in the corner. Powell can't free himself from John Louise. 5 to shoot for Pope. Murray, a long bomb. No good. You saw the shot clock expire. Still had some time left.
It looked like they could have gotten the ball earlier in the possession to James down on the block, but they just couldn't get it to him and reversed it.
Now there's a whistle. They needed to reset the shot clock. So 27 to shoot.
I think that's the matchup for Ryder you want, if you want to get James going, is when he has Von Eyck against him on the block instead of having to face against Junior Joseph or Shima and that man for Iona. I think that's where James can be most effective today, so hopefully they can find him against Von Eyck later in this game.
Ryan Myers, who just checked in, the sophomore from Brooklyn, another talented bench player for the Gales. Shima up top, 3, no good. Shima now 1 of 7 from beyond the arc on the season. Murray high dribble. Powell up top, 3, no good. Rebound is mistimed by Benson. Shima being held by Benson. That'll send Shima to the line for a 1-and-1.
Daryl, one thing we talked about, I think, last year when the Bronx faced against the Gales, and it's the case again this year, is how much better Iona is in the half court defensively under Patino. I mean, they had great teams with Tim Clues. They're usually up and down teams. They like to score, but they weren't as great defensively. Patino has got them locked in defensively.
Yeah, they're playing well on both ends of the floor all season long. Two minutes left first. Good move by Murray to get away from Myers. Now Altman. James driving on Shima to the hole. Layup no good. Put back James. So Mervyn James a second chance off his own miss. 4-point game. Joyner 3 around the screen from Von Eyck. Good rebound by Altman. Murray yo-yo dribble, now Benson. He'll work on Shima, finds Murray. James, the catch, the drive baseline. Oh, an offensive foul on Mervyn James.
Yeah, they're going to get him. We're using that off arm, and Von Eyck goes down on the drive.
First on James. Thought he had an earlier foul, but no.
And again, trying to break that streak of having at least 4 fouls in 8 straight games.
8 straight games with at least 4 persons.
It's hard to do.
He's fouled out of,
I think we're at 12.
12. And he needs to stay on the floor. They're so much better with him on the floor. Von Eyck the catch to the hole, and he is fouled hard from behind by Altman. And that'll send Von Eyck to the line for 2 with exactly 1 minute left first half.
And you can see the versatility of Von Eyck's game. He's able to get position inside on Altman. It's a hard foul as he pump fakes and gets Benson in the air. But there, Von Eyck can obviously distribute. He can shoot it on the perimeter, but also he has no hesitation to get set up close to the basket.
No, he can do it all for Rick Pitino. The one negative, if there is one in his game, would be the free throw shooting, just 62%. That one was pure. Again, second in the MAC assisted turnover. He can rebound the ball. He shoots 36% from 3. He really did become an outstanding passer. Doesn't turn the ball over much. And he knocks down the 2 free throws. Full court pressure. And now an easy up for Powell. Murray double teamed in the corner, looks for help, finds Powell somehow for 3, no good.
A good defensive possession again by Iona. They take away the inside passes into the interior and force Ryder to pass it and reverse it.
Clayton cut off, back to Shima for 3, got it. Osborne, Shima for 3. His second 3 of the season.
You kind of thought they would hold out for the last shot. Instead, Shima hoists one and makes it from long distance.
Murray drives to the hole. Shot is blocked by Shima. So Shima on both ends. 2.7 seconds left for the Bronx to try to get some momentum going into the locker room.
Look at that, Shima on both ends. Here's the drive by Murray, and Shima comes over from the weak side and says, not today.
Great timing by the 7-footer. See if the Bronx can draw something up with 2.7. Murray looking. It is James to the hole. No good. And the Bronx will go to the locker room down 9. Kevin Baggett wanted a goaltend, but none coming. 34-20
in the half court, so the Bronx need to look for some easy buckets going coast to coast.
Iona will have it to start the second half. Mervyn James will start the second half for the Bronx. He did not start the game. And the original starting 5 for Iona. Jolly backing in on Murray. Turn around, got it. So Jolly only had 3 in the first half. Starts the scoring off for Iona, largest lead of the game. Good pass. Murray to James. James is fouled going to the basket, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Pretty impressive that Murray was able to fit that one in to James in close distance. To check it out again. Here's Murray. Looked like he was going to take that shot. Instead, gives it off to James, who's able to barrel towards the hoop.
Mervyn 2 of 2 from the line today. Now 3 of 3. Really helps himself from the free throw line. Bronx as a team 73%.
Elijah, you always complaining.
James in and out. Backcourt pressure by the Bronx. Nelly Jr. Joseph loses the handle, gets it back, and finds Joyner for an open 3, no good. Bronx have done a real good job on the boards today, as they usually do.
We talked at halftime about that discrepancy in offensive rebounds, which has to be a bit of a surprise here.
James off glass, good, powerful move by James. And the Bronx with an 8. Jolly down low to Nelly Jr. Joseph, broken up.
They call
a late whistle. A late whistle from the back official. Evan Barrows with the call.
And it's James coming over with some help from Murray.
I'm not saying it wasn't, Steve, but it was a very late whistle.
And that's James' second.
How much is Rick paying you? You're lucky, Elijah. Five. Rick!
Well, Eyck thought about the 3. John Louise will shoot the 3. And the ball batted around, taken by Vaughn. Murray, stop, pop, no good. Rebound Joyner, and Joyner quickly the other way. Gets around Murray to the hole, layup, good.
What a burst. Just took an extra step, notch up to get past Murray.
Joyner and the Gales get up and down the floor in a hurry. Jerry misses a chippy.
Great pump fake, just couldn't make the easy hoop inside.
10-point Gale lead, matches the largest lead of the game. Von Eyck, Nelly Jr. Joseph gives up the inside play to Jolly for an open 3. Good pass from Nelly Jr. Joseph, and Jolly knocking down the 3, giving the Gales a 13. 17:40 left, second half, 41-28. The Gales leading the Bronx.
15 seconds!
The Gales, certainly a favorite in this game, Steve, but how about yesterday with all 6 teams, first 6 teams in the nation?
Highlighted by Gonzaga losing that game late last night to St. Mary's, the great rivals.
Vaughn, good pass to James. James, great pass to Ajiri, who stuffs it home. Good and foul. So a good pass and then a great pass leads to the stuff.
You wonder if Ajiri kind of learned his lesson before. Go strong. Go to the hoop. He's able to dunk this one off of the pretty feed by James down on the baseline. And Ogimuno Johnson to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
Third foul on John Luis. And he's going to come out for Ryan Myers.
You have to wait 20 seconds. Myers, you stink anyway.
Ogimuno Johnson, 1 of 2 from the free throw line today. And he left it short. Trapping pressure by the Bronx. Myers, alley-oop, too far. Too far for Junior Joseph. Turnover, Gales. Good low-look pass, Murray. Murray then tries to, or Vaughn then tries to find a cutter, and he throws it away. Left elbow jumper Joyner, he connects.
And that's a shame because Ryder got exactly what they wanted on the previous possession. A quick shot by Iona. They go the other way, but then the Gales turn the turnover into points.
13-point lead.
It's probably Ryder's best chance to come back here in the second half is to try to get that pace going up and down.
Powell around Joyner to the hole, and a goaltend called on Junior Joseph. So give 2 points to Alan Powell. He now has 8 to lead the Bronx. And the Bronx will pressure in the backcourt. Try to turn the Gales over. Hard to pressure the Gales. So much experience.
And Joyner's so good at getting the ball out of his hands.
Great quickness. 6 to shoot for Joyner. Joyner tries to draw Powell. Now he goes to Jolly for 3. No good. Rebound put back. Junior Joseph got the position inside. And back to 13 for the Gales.
And just won the battle for that offensive rebound with Ogimuno Johnson.
Powell driving, and this time no goaltending call. Ball is out of bounds. It will stay with the Bronx.
Looked like a carbon copy of the previous made hoop by Powell.
It looks similar, but no call this time. Timeout on the floor, 15.
Sports betting. For tickets, visit boardwalkhall.com today.
The Gales have stretched the 9-point halftime lead to 13. Bronx will have it 12 to shoot out of the timeout. James back to Murray. Corner 3, no good. So the Bronx remain cold. Good block from behind by James on Junior Joseph. James drives in and another offensive foul.
And this is the second one drawn by Van Eyck on James. He's a little bit good at embellishing down.
Yeah, that's a rough call for Mervyn James. I'd have to see it. Let's take a look.
I can't believe it. Every single one.
It's an easy call for the officials, unfortunately, when you put that part of your body into the chest, but I think a little bit of an embellishment.
Myers driving, and Myers walks with the ball.
Hey, he understands. That's how you make the call.
The 5th turnover.
Your buddy understands. Why can't you?
For Iona, 6 for the Bronx. Still 13-point lead. Just about 5 minutes through this second half. Powell. Now Benson. And Benson just threw it away. Joyner the first to it. Joyner to the hole. Reverse layup. Good. Elijah Joyner with an outstanding finish.
Silky smooth with the reverse.
It's a 15-point lead.
looked like his best chance there might be to pass it to the trailer. Instead, he did it himself.
Vaughn backs off jumper, no good, and the rebound, Joyner. Joyner once again. Down the lane, a wild runner and an offensive foul. Joyner not happy with that call, but once you're that out of control, that call's going to go against him. Second on Joyner, third team foul. Clayton Jr. and Slazinski back in the game. Full court pressure shown by the Gales. Murray having trouble getting it in, and he does to Benson. Benson will come across himself.
That's still a good move by Patino. Ryder doesn't have a real ton of ball handlers on the court, brings that full court pressure, nearly got the turnover.
Foul off the ball. They're going to get Jolly on Vaughn. First on Jolly, fourth team foul. And Ryder will inbound.
Joe, of those transfers at the guard position for Iona, which has been the most impressive to you today?
Well, Joyner today, Jolly's he's got 8 points, but he's been a little off here today. Joyner just up and down so quickly, so hard to stay in front of. Murray to James off the inbound, puts it up and in. James with 9. But the Bronx a long way to go to get back into this one. Clayton Jr. weaving around, now off glass and good. Patino really, really likes Walter Clayton Jr.
And you can see why. He's a player that's a fresh, or rather he is a freshman, so he can grow with the program here in the years to come.
Once again, Jolly fouls Vaughn on the drive, and it'll bring us to a timeout. Is it a full time? I don't know. The Bronx are seated for the timeout, but no, we're not at that point. Not at that point yet. 13:32 left.
Come on, Slick Rick. Give him a break, Slick Rick.
49-34, and Jolly and Vaughn. A lot of back and forth chatter. Ogimono Johnson's going to come in for Benson. You see Rick Patino discussing things with Quinn Slazinski. Pope turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound Vaughn, and Vaughn.
Yeah, he thinks he may have gotten a push there, but they don't call the foul, and he just goes out of bounds on the baseline.
Well, the official pointed toward Ryder that it was Ryder's ball. I guess he just made a mistake on which way. So it'll be Iona ball, as Vaughn couldn't stay in bounds. Clayton Jr. through traffic to Shima, whose shot is blocked. Good news is the shot was blocked. Bad news is that it's James's fourth. So the 9th consecutive game that Mervyn James has at least 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, not good news for Ryder, and we were just singing Clayton's praises, and again, just great ball handling, dribbling into the paint and drops it off to Shima. Ryder brings the help. The ball goes out of Clayton's hands, and then Shima draws the foul.
Shima 1 for 3 today. The 7-footer.
You still can't shoot. You are 2 for
He's one of those guys you put some more weight on him. His future is bright. So the game's starting to get away from the Bronx as Vaughn comes up. Vaughn, strong move to the hole, can't finish, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Shima's kind of a prototypical guy that you look at now in the NBA at the 4 and the 5. They can do a lot of things. They can shoot from the perimeter, then they can protect the rim. I mean, that's how the game is played now if you want to go to the NBA at that size.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen him step out a few times here today and not bashful at all, shooting even from beyond the arc.
He chose Iona over Rutgers and Florida State, so the Rick Pitino factor in full effect there.
Vaughn converts his free throws. But a long way to go here if the Bronx are going to make this comeback. Again, difficult to do against a team this experienced, this talented. Slazinski. Clayton for 3, well off the mark. And is off a Powell out of bounds. It'll belong to Iona. I think the ball would have probably gone out on its own off of Clayton. 8 to shoot for Iona as Joyner comes back in for Myers.
Yeah, I know Isaiah Ross was a phenomenal scorer last year for Iona, but you look at this team this year, there just seems to be more balance across the board.
Joyner, 3 over Powell, no good. Rebound, Vaughn. Powell the other way for 3, no good. Rebound battled by James. A great job by James to keep it alive, and then Murray walks with the ball. That is an outstanding job by James falling to the ground. And turnover Bronx. Let's take a look.
And again, a situation where Ryder gets that second chance opportunity. James with the effort falling to the ground. The kick out to Murray and just an extra step. Seems like, Darryl, today, whenever Riders had that second or third chance, they've just shot themselves in the foot.
Another steal by Vaughn and a foul on Shima. 3rd on Shima.
He can't shoot and he can't play defense.
7th team foul. Vaughn will head to the line for a 1-on-1.
Sit him down.
Vaughn just 4 points and 3 rebounds today. If you're going to come back, you need to make your free throws. Let's see what Demencio does here. Makes the front end. Will earn a second. Gets this one to fall. The full court pressure coming up for the Bronx. Again, they need turnovers. Slazinski, runner, no good. Rebound pulled down by Ogimono Johnson.
And Ryder forces the quick shot on that possession.
Vaughn looking to get around Jolly. Vaughn still with it. Now backing in on Jolly. Splits through 2 defenders. Puts it up off glass, no good. Rebound, battled for, taken by Benson. Benson then to Ogimono Johnson. Powell, open 3, got it! Alan Powell for 3, and the Bronx within 10.
Well, it was a helter-skelter possession, but the end result for Ryder ends up being a 3.
And a timeout called by Iona. Now we'll take that timeout. 11:43 left in the second, 10-point Gale lead. Back 3 in the tournament, Steve. They would match their school record with 29 wins. They won 29 in 1979-1980 season.
And they also are the leader in the country in consecutive conference tournament titles, trying to make it 6 in a row as they have 5 straight currently.
Slazinski through Vaughn, no good. Rebound Benson.
And that's 2 straight possessions that Slazinski has put a shot up earlier in the shot clock that maybe Pitino would want. Ryder's a chance to get it to single digits.
Jury a couple dribbles before Powell. Jumper. Got it. Alan Powell gets the Bronx to 8. 11 minutes left second.
And this lead was 17 a moment ago.
Yeah, less than 3 minutes ago. John Louise finds Jolly. Contact. Took the contact. Still got it to the cylinder. And got it to go for 2.
An adjustment by Jolly down in the second half. Instead of settling for that longer jump shot, he's taking the ball more to the rim and getting close for that easier contest.
Powell slips down, finds Vaughn. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound taken by Junior Joseph. That is not the shot the Bronx wanted there out of Vaughn's hand.
He's had a couple of forces here in the last couple of minutes.
That was not the time for that. Junior Joseph ball knocked away off his leg out of bounds. It'll belong to the Bronx.
You're fumbling the ball. You're terrible.
Bill Von Eyck will come in the game for Slazinski.
Come on,
Junior Joseph was a little bit more of a force in the first half, but hasn't really carried it over here to the second half.
Can't hold on to the ball. Butterfingers.
Vaughn fires a pass to Ajiri. Back to the basket. Ajiri. Now Murray. Murray broken up nicely. They went for the pick and roll. Murray, 3. No good. This place would have exploded if he connected on that 3.
Yeah, Ryder actually got a good look there, as it was recognition by Murray that the shot clock wasn't reset, but off the mark with the J.
Jolly backs off. Fake the 3. Now Von Eyck. Von Eyck the drive. Kick back. Jolly wide open. Joyner for 3. No good. Rebound tap to Junior Joseph. Now Von Eyck. Von Eyck stolen away nicely by Vaughn. Again, the max leader in steals and the all-time leader at Ryder. Powell, yo-yo dribble. Can't free himself from Joyner. Not a lot of movement for the Bronx. 6 to shoot. Murray back out to Powell. 3 on the way. No good.
And not a lot going on off the ball with cuts or any action in the half court, and they have to settle for a really difficult shot by Powell with the shot clock running down.
Joyner cut off nicely by Murray, but he'll spin. No good. Good job by Dwight Murray Jr. And once again, the Bronx will look to cut into the lead. Good cut to Vaughn. Reverse layup good from Murray. And it's back to 8. Under 8.
Murray with another beautiful pass in this one, as he's up to 4 assists.
Nobody in the MAC plays more minutes than Murray. Junior Joseph walks with the ball. He walked with the ball on the double team after he caught the pass. Another turnover, and the Bronx will have it to try to make another dent in this Iona lead.
High-end dining and sports betting. For tickets, visit boardwalkhall.com today.
Take a look at Elijah Joyner. Big ball game for Joyner. 8-point lead for Iona. Bronx with the ball. Bronx trailed by 17 not too long ago in this game. Tried to get it to James. Turnover Bronx. Big turnover that time. Joyner off glass. No good. Rebound James. James quickly to Powell. Powell, stop, pop, three, got it! Allen Powell, they're going to say a 2 just inside the line, so a 2 for Powell. And the Bronx within 6.
Yeah, this is a remarkable turnaround for Ryder here. Didn't look like they had anything going on in the second half. Iona's gotten a bit complacent, especially on the offensive end here in the last 5 minutes.
Well, a foul called on Benson as he fouls Junior Joseph. Just the 4th team foul, so it'll be Iona ball to inbound. And Ogimoto Johnson's going to come back in the game.
I think for Junior Joseph, he's got to do a better job of getting more position and fight there for the entry. But how about Powell the other way prior to the possession for Iona, making that long too?
Yeah, he was actually a foot inside the line. I thought a little further out. Good call by the official. John Louise baseline, falls down, ball squirts free, and Jiri Ogimoto Johnson picks up. This place will go nuts if they knock down a basket. James to the hole, blocked by Von Eyck. And then a foul on James, and that is going to be it for James again. Unbelievable. It's got to be toward record setting at this point, right? For
13 disqualifications.
13 disqualifications on James, and that was just a frustration foul.
And he goes up for the shot that would have, Starrell said, cut the lead to 4, and then just got a little too zealous with the loose ball. What didn't help James in this one was 2 of the 5 fouls, offensive fouls, with Von Eyck taking the charge.
Myers. Von Eyck, a good catch. Now a double jump. He got away with it. Here's a Joyner shot, no good. Nelly Junior Joseph. I thought he picked up his dribble, but no whistle. Here's a Myers 3, no good. Junior Joseph, the catch. He is fouled down low by Ogimoto Johnson. So the air ball goes to Junior. What did you think of the Von Eyck?
It looked like a double dribble.
Third on Ajiri, 16 foul. And Iona once again will inbound.
Open your eyes! All game!
Myers will inbound under his own basket.
If you're Ryder, try to keep the ball out of Joyner's hands. They're helter-skelter when he's not controlling the offense.
And there he is, open 3, no good. Rebound is saved by Murray, and a good job by Vaughn because Junior Joseph would have just smothered it in. Good job by Vaughn. 6-point lead, Powell. Vaughn, 3 on the way. Got it! Vaughn a 3, and the Bronx within 3. 5:18 to go here in the second. And Rick Pitino calls a timeout, and the fans loving what they're seeing now here at the Zoo. This was a 17-point lead for the Gales. It's a 30.
You're trying to figure out how do they do it, and honestly, Vaughn, combination with Powell, Murray, it's sort of been everybody chipping in. And then on the Iona side, since the beginning of this half, they haven't got a ton out of Tyson Jolly. Nelly Junior Joseph looks a bit disinterested, and we'll see if Iona kind of can step it back up like they did in the first half.
Myers will take a 3. Got it. Big shot by Ryan Myers. He's been off the mark on all of his attempts from beyond the arc today until that one. That is a big one. Powell falls down, out of bounds. No, Jolly will save it. Alley-oop on the way. Von Eyck stuffs it home, and what a sequence here. 5-point run after the Bronx closed to within 3. That's huge. And now a foul called on Joyner. And that'll send Powell to the line for a 1-on-1. So a big 1-on-1 upcoming for Powell.
And the momentum here shifting quickly to Iona. What an alley-oop feed. Perfect to Von Eyck, who throws it down. You wouldn't think it'd be Myers in that situation to be the one that hits a huge 3, but he's able to knock one down.
Powell got a second. 2 for Powell. And it's back to 6. That was a big shot by Ryan Myers. My gosh. And Myers has it again. This time finds Joyner, corner 3, in and out, no good. He shot that with Vaughn right in his face. Benson a 3, no good. And the rebound out of bounds. So Benson, a wide open look. I don't think you can pass that up, quite honestly.
Great look, but that shot with the line drive look, not able to go.
Just moments ago, Jolly and alley-oop to Von Eyck, and that is our Ticket Smarter play of the game. Nothing beats the power and excitement of live events like Ticket Smarter. For all the best sports, concerts, theater events, visit TicketSmarter.com or on the app. Ticket Smarter is proud to be the official partner of Rider Basketball. Ticket Smarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
And that was right after Myers hit the 3 to put Iona up 6. Powell thought there was a foul, but Jolly the beneficiary on the steal, and then the alley-oop.
See if the Bronx can get a stop. Here's Myers. Myers, jumper off the mark, rebound, Vaughn. Murray around the Benson screen for 3, got it! Dwight Murray Jr. a 3. They're going to review it.
Good job by Brian, who's got a lot to handle on his plate today. But, Dal, do you think Iona is kind of stunned that this game is as close as it is right now?
I think so. Now, it's probably similar. We didn't see the game Friday night, but it's probably a little similar to what happened Friday where they had to hold on to beat Canisius.
They've had the lead the entire way in this one.
They have, yep.
The Gales thought they were going to win it going away.
Jolly, Murray on him. Now Clayton. Von Eyck, corner 3, no good. Rebound, Ajiri Ogimono-Johnson. And now Murray.
Iona now 2 of 12 from 3 in the second half. Really struggling from out there.
Powell. Good move, left elbow. Powell for the tie, no. And the rebound, Von Eyck.
We had a great look at that one, and unfortunately just left it a little bit short on the rim.
That was a contested 3. Jolly a 3 the other way, yes. Jolly a big 3 for the Gales. And it's back to 6.
Jolly with 10 of his 13 here in the second half.
Murray drives, kicks, Powell 3, no good. Rebound off of Von Eyck, out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bronx.
That's right, Dylan!
Coach Baggett drawing up the play during that review. You got to think Murray's going to get the ball in his hands, maybe go downhill, try to create.
Well, they need a basket. Minute 46, down 6. Benson on the drive. Benson to the hole. Stop, no good. Rebound, Ogimono-Johnson. Ogimono-Johnson tried to get it to Vaughn, but broken up and taken by Junior Joseph. If he held it, it was either going to be a timeout at that situation, because if he holds it, it's Iona's ball. Arrow their way. So he tried to get it to Vaughn.
The Rider got a good shot. Benson just left it short. Good hustle by Ogimono-Johnson.
This is a huge defensive stance. Joyner, Nelly Jr. Joseph broken up, and it is a shot. It would have been a shot clock violation anyway. So it'll be Rider ball, out of bounds. Oh,
they're going to review.
They're going to review. 1 second left on the.
Look for someone rolling to the rim for Iona.
Watch Junior Joseph rolling to the basket.
Straight up.
There we go.
Defense.
There is the roll. They're going to go with Jolly for three. Got it. Jolly for three. Went around everyone and caught it with one, and now they're going. I thought maybe they were going to review that again.
I think the time.
9-point Iona lead.
I thought they would put they put more time on the game clock. So the game clock goes back to 59 seconds.
You gotta be kidding me. We could've just kept
All right.
going.
So 9-point lead. There has to be sense of urgency here for the Bronx. Too long. Too long. Now they're going inside and a foul. That is a break for the Bronx. As Vaughn will shoot a 1-and-1. But you need to shoot threes here. You're three possessions.
3 big shots here down the stretch for Iona. The Myers 3.
Myers 3.
And then Jolly's 2 threes. The one over Demencio Vaughn right in front of the Iona bench, and then obviously the one that just took place a moment ago.
Yeah, we saw Marcus Hammond the other night here explode and almost bring the Purple Eagles back to win that game. Here tonight, Jolly again, it's just like Hammond, cold in the first half and huge shots here in the second. So Vaughn keeps the Bronx alive. Now the Bronx need to foul. They need to foul, and now they do. The guy to foul was, percentages was Von Eyck. Joyner will head to the line for a 1-on-1. Joyner's first trip tonight to the free throw line, 76% free throw shoot. He'll earn a second. Two big free throws for Joyner. Bronx need to shoot a three, and it has to be quickly. Powell. 2 is not going to do them any good. 2 for Powell. If they had more time, but there's only 28 seconds.
And you give Iona some credit defensively there. They cut off the perimeter, making it difficult to get a shot.
69%. And a little formation here. We'll still spread the offense. Joyner's foul.
I got to be honest, I don't think I've seen that before.
I have seen it a couple times. Remember that?
You can't shoot free throws either.
Joyner back to the free throw line, made 2 free throws moments ago.
It's pretty creative because you don't know exactly where the ball is going to go, and therefore you can't deny on the inbounds.
I have seen it a few times. I'm surprised it's not used more often, actually.
Please miss one. You can make one.
So Joyner a 1-on-1. And he misses.
Thank you.
Door slightly open for the Bronx. They still need to launch threes, and it's got to be quicker. Now they're going to go for 2. Murray, no good, but he's fouled, so there's a break. 19 seconds left.
He's kicking himself. He thinks he may have had a chance at a three-point play if he makes that short jump.
He did. Missed the layup. Now he has to knock down the 2 free throws.
Thank you, Joyner.
And then the Bronx would have to foul right away.
Here's the drive by Murray. The stop. Got the defender in the air.
other than Joyner, the floor is full of guys shooting under 70. And Joyner gets it. So they get it to the right guy. Joyner missed a free throw a moment ago. And he'll go back this time. It still remains a 1-on-1. Still 1-on-1.
Miss! Please! Please! He's shooting! Come on! Come on, Rick! This is not a timeout, Rick! No huddle!
See Kevin Baggett talking to his staff, but he'll need Joyner to miss at least one of these two. And he missed again. Second straight miss. Murray quickly. Murray stops. 12 seconds left. Murray, a runner, no good, and that'll do it. Von Eyck the other way, and he misses the stuff, but he is fouled with 3.4 left. And Von Eyck will go to the line to 2, but that'll do it.
Pretty amazing job by Murray to keep his pivot foot because he was looking to either kick it out or shoot it. Just missed the shot. A little surprised Iona would just hold the ball there in that spot, but
well, he had a breakaway, and it's still just a 2-possession game. I mean, anything could happen. So Von Eyck for 2. Joyner, usually a reliable free throw shooter, missed his last 2 free throws to keep the door open, but the Bronx
this is going to be interesting to watch in the MAC tournament if Iona ends up in a tight game, whether free throw shooting ends up being a factor.
So the Gales will win their 5th straight as Powell at the buzzer leads it off the rim. 67-61 our final.
That's now 8 straight that Iona's won over Ryder.
Yes, it is. And they sweep the